Right, good morning everybody and welcome to Black Country Blitz here on this Thursday morning. Right then folks, this morning I intended to be doing a little stream with the new DLC Utah, and unfortunately Steam is still telling me I've got to wait 14 hours before I can purchase the DLC. So again, that plan's gone out the window. Right, so without further ado, what I'm going to do this morning then is do a little stream here in 4K if I can, and I'm moving camera about because I'm trying to get my angles right. Now, right, that should have worked. Hold on. Let's have a look. Right, I'm going to get these angles right. Now I have purchased today a better camera, so I can swivel it. It's on a thingy, a pivot. Got the 360 up and down. It's all singing, all dancing. That should be here today from Amazon. Gotta love Amazon Prime. A nice new button box that'll come later in the week, as I'm finally getting there with the stuff I need now to get everything set up with the rig. Now, as you know, when this game goes dark, because I'm illuminated by my telly. Now I am virtually, I can touch my screen, well, just about, yeah. So when it goes night time in the game, I have to put LEDs on behind me, which are all around my skirting board, yeah. Now I've gone to Amazon today and bought some LEDs, 4 LED strips all fixed together, one USB, sound to light. So I'm sitting on one under my cushion which vibrates, so when I rev my engine my LEDs flash, yeah. So I have got to have all the room lit up just enough. Now I've got another 4 to put up tomorrow, well later on today. So as I call it, I'm going to pimp my rig. Yeah, I'll give you a shout tonight. Of course when it gets dark, and of course I can't do the button box because it won't be here till at least Monday now, Tuesday at the max. So, and by then I'll probably have Utah and everybody else will probably do a stream before me, but you know, I did try. So, you know, anyway, before I go into doing anything, I don't know if I'm the only one in American trucks that has got this problem. Gone to change the nameplates that you can put in the window and the writing, for love nor money, well type what we put on the letters, yeah. So I'll put Black Country Blitz PC Gaming, yeah. So BC Blitz PC Gaming. Mine's coming out all wrong. I did contact CS Software via Twitter, but you know, must be a busy day or then just totally ignoring me, whichever. They still responded, so I've still got the thing wrong. So if anybody's watching this, have a check. Tell me I'm the only one who's got the problem with this 136 update. Anyway, so let's chat now. Stop raining. Let's go and get me a job. And I think there's one over the road. Now I've been playing with a lot of settings today. I've really gone to town. I've been messing about with the seating positions. I've gone with my head tracking. What else have we been doing? The gears. Now, when I've done my gears previously, the last couple of times, the gears have been going into reverse. You've probably seen it on the streams where I've been going into reverse, and it bugged the hell out of me. Now, to get rid of that, oh, hello, no jobs, that's wrong. Hold on, try the world of trucky jobs. Go the nearest. Oh, we got some jobs near. Let's have a look at some what we took. I don't know what to take. Something different for a change. Empty pallets. Wheel. You know what? We'll set that wheel loader. So we got to drive. Anyway, going back to the gears scenario. As you know, if you have watched any of my previous streams, I have now configured the whole of this Xbox hub from Fanatec, which has got the Forza Motorsports wheel on. So I use LT and RT to change the gears, yeah? Now, if I press RT once, it'll take me from 1 to 6, and then press it once more, it will go to 7 to 12. And then I have to press LT to take me 13 to 18, yeah? And then of course to get back it's LT once again, which takes me to 12, and then RT to get me back to 1 to 6. Now what would happen is if I start with 1 to 6 and then I go to RT once and try to go to 7th, sometimes that'll throw me into reverse. Now if you're already in 6th gear and I was pressing the clutch down and RT once, it would automatically jump me into 12th gear. That don't happen now, the way I've set it up, so that's a bonus. It really is a good bonus, as I'll show you. So I'm in 12. If I've got my foot on the clutch, but nothing's happening, yeah?
Turn right.
Still in 12. I know you call some big clutch action. Hopefully they should all that kind of stuff will change today when I get, because I've got another camera coming, like I says. So I'll be running the 3 cameras, hopefully. One on my feet, one on the gear stick, and one on my ugly face. So, you know, what more can you lovely people on YouTube ask for or wish for? Six numbers on the lottery? With a few more 6 notes? Anyway, so what I do now, and I've already pressed it once, that'll take me to 1st gear, yeah? Now let's go to the 6th gear, and if I press that RT, take me up to 12. I've actually got to go into 12 before it'll change, which for me is a lot better than before. And I have not gone into reverse. So I know it's going to be the Fanatec wheel or the Fanatec gear shifter. So and I could say it's a glitch in the 136 update because it was happening before. So it must be the way the gears are, and now it's better for me. I like it how I've put it today. So if anybody else is having any issues with a Fanatec gear shifter and this or Euro Truck Simulator 2, then I'll probably find a little thing that'll probably solve it, yeah? Because it's definitely solved it for me. Now another issue I have, especially, is field of view. Which is the right field of view for this game? Getting the right angles. And I've been playing about with the settings like there's nobody's business. I've changed the up and down of the seat, so the seat forward. I've tried to get the best view. Now, track IR does play a part in it. If I get the top of this hill, I'll show you what I mean. We've got nothing behind me, right? Now, I'm centre. Can't get no more centre. Now watch the screen. I have to get my headset as level as possible, right? Now I've got a button like anybody who's got track IR, F12 configures it and it puts it back center, yeah, which is good. Great if you go off center a little bit, you can just put yourself back with that 2-second job, yeah. Of course, when we go up hills, it'll tilt up, tilt down. Now I ain't got much of the pitch, yeah. I only need to see the dash a little bit. just to see how fast I'm going, and of course have a little refresh of what gear I'm in, yeah? Because sometimes I forget. I am only human.
Keep left and
So,
then turn left.
as long as I can see them, I ain't too bothered. But I do like to see some of the window. Yeah, now, I've noticed sometimes if you go too wide,
Turn
you
left.
get that horrible, like, weirdy look, yeah? I don't know what it's called, but I'm sure you all know what I mean when it distorts out the windows. Now, I've noticed with American trucks, it sort of dips when you look out the window. No matter what I try and do, I can't go no lower in the chair. Yeah? I'm as low as I can go in this seat, yeah? In game. So, and I've pushed it back a bit. I've also messed about with I'm gonna actually show you. It's even easier, isn't it? Right. When you come into the seating adjustment, I've adjusted this. Now, even though my telly and my wheel is virtual level, this was out when I'm driving, yeah? Now I never actually messed with that. So I have done today. I put it there. Field of view I put it at 75. Again, for tell me had slightly, again, that's with the settings in the track IR, which is a good thing. You can see my seat is all the way back and my seat is all the way down. Now my pitch or my field of view, which again, I'm assuming it's field of view because, you know, our good friends at CSC software don't tell us what they am. They're just like to get guessing games, you know. I am very good at guessing games. So, you know. Anyway, without going into much to having a go at CSC software, as always, this is what I've come up with. Again, I am a big fan of these two, yeah? Because it don't matter what you do to tweak these. One you can't see it because this interface is blocking it. So, you know, just to suck it and see until we come in. Now, again, I can't see the actual steering wheel, so I've got to go back in. Reminds me a bit like the Finger Bob days. Toby Eye. Exactly the same. Let's just, so that ain't too bad. Just need to bring it down just a little bit and they can keep happen as much as they want. I couldn't care less. So what has one done it? Right, that's going to bring it forward. Nope, that's made it worse. Now for this game, some things are absolutely spot on. For others, need to be addressed. And silly things, just like writing stuff up so people can understand what settings are and some way of getting precision in the settings. Yeah. Now that is probably the only thing in this whole game that's got little markers. Yeah. And when I mean markers, I mean them. These little lines. Yeah. If everything that this software puts out had these little lines, a little like, I don't know, say 10, 100, 50, 25, 75, it's a start, yeah? But you don't, CS. This is what lets this game down. Terrible. No instructions and poor interface, yeah? That's the only thing I can dish this game with. Same with Euro Trucks. Everything else is spot on. Most addictive game I've ever played. Anyway, enough going on about it, but anyway, as you can see, my dashboard ain't too bad now. I ain't getting that warp effect, and if I am, not as bad as I did before. Now again, it all does depend on me keeping my head still, because I do tend to have a look around. Now I have changed something here because it's gone too far back. So let's pop the F12 See what that does. As long as I can see out me with one mirror, I ain't too bothered about this side for the time being. Now, I hope if I got into gear. Now we changed the gear thingy bob. It has actually changed. Sometimes if I don't get the gear right the first time, yeah, I have to get that gear in. Now I'm sure that's, I don't know what that meant. So again, I couldn't even read what that says then. Anyway, let's get to this job. Now where is it? 55 more road. This is what gets me. Of course, see.
Exit right.
The actual, I'm gonna have to stop because of course, see, I know you're supposed to stop in the middle of the road. But of course, in the dash, get this perfect so I can see my dials. Yeah. Where is that? No, that's further away. Sorry there. Nope. I hate it when you can't do things. Because I can't do it, it's just I can't see them. And that's too much. No precision. I mean, well, there is a little bit, but not a great deal. Right, it's about the best I'm going to get it, yeah? And I just love it when they're packing this game. No patience, these people who are driving this. I mean, I don't think anything about the other dials. As long as I can see my speed and my petrol or diesel. I always say petrol, it's just a force of habit. As long as I can see them two. Oh, sorry. What gear I'm in, how fast I'm going, and my diesel. I'm very bothered about the others because to me they don't do anything. Well, I don't assume in the game. I've never seen them mess my game up at all. Anyway, I ain't got a clue where we're going, as in south or west, so I'll just wait for the sat nav to kick in. And I can see now. So I'll get over early, causes less hassle. And as I say, I rolled over there then. I hadn't even got it in gear properly. And it's out for not pressing the clutch down, because I am, I'll just, but it's better. At least I going down the road and then all of a sudden, boom, going straight into reverse and the stalling. Because I've put the lighting and ignition on buttons now. Of course, later in the week, oh dear, I just scratched him, not my own fault. I shall put all the rest on a button box. I mean, that's another thing, I don't know if anybody else struggle to get a button box here in the UK. Right. And I've searched and eventually I found a good gentleman, another black country bloke on eBay. His price is unreasonable considering the people in America charge a lot more, and then of course people like myself and others have again got to ship it to the UK, which bumps the price up. And again, it's just like how it was with my vibrating cushion I'm sitting on. Great product, fantastic, but the postage and packaging, which I thought was in the price that I paid for it, whoa. So there was added on extra shipment payments, which killed it for me, yeah. Again, and that's what's preventing me buying any other products from that company. Not because they're faulty, not because they're bad, it's just the price, yeah. Cannot afford to pay the price for their item and then pay extra shipping, yeah. So, you know, and there's no other seller in the UK, you know, like a distributor. If they had, then it'd be, you know, half the battle. But no, I mean, I wouldn't mind paying, you know, extra £10, but 40-50 quid or something, nah, can't be doing that. So it's real bad. They're missing out on my money. Not that it probably worries them, but it ain't the point. I would like they do with the software that I've already owned. They do the wind. So basically, when you're racing, the faster you go, the faster these little fans speed up. Now, I did see a YouTube video the other day. Some guy had built some, but they were ones that react to how fast you're going. Which again, I know it's only a gimmick. I think it's Sim Racer Girl, the one who does the Fanatec videos on YouTube. Was it Sim Racing Girl? It's one of the two. Sorry if I've got your YouTube name wrong. But she's reviewed them.
Turn left.
And they look good. But again, just the money factor. And when money's tight, I mean at the moment I'm doing all I can to save for a new PC. So one, I can stream my games and not having to worry, and two, to play the games I've got at a higher res than I am at the moment. Because on this one, games like Assetto Corsa Competizione and Manona, yeah, I could even enjoy that game, and you know, spend that much money on something. The graphics just kill my computer, so I'm shook. And let's get over in the slow lane. I mean, even these little games, they ain't that bad on resources, but even I struggle sometimes with these, so says it all, doesn't it? Anyway.
Keep right.
Right, what we're 60 mile an hour speed limit, and I'm doing 40. Now let's put my foot down a little bit, probably to 50. Now again, for anybody that's watching new to the channel, I've changed all my physics. Now I call look at you. If anybody's thinking, well, he's a bit ignorant, he ain't looking into the camera, I call, because as soon as I talk into the camera, my track IR starts moving. Hopefully that will change for tonight's stream or sometime today, because the camera should be in front, yeah, with what I've bought. If not, it will be in a better position than the one that I've got now, as the core twist 360 degrees. I can turn it with the keyboard tray thing that I've got, which the keyboard's sitting on. Of course, the camera's sitting on top of the keyboard with a bit of Velcro. So of course, if I've got any force feedback in the wheel, it vibrates the keyboard, which vibrates the camera, which makes it look like I'm doing this. So, you know, it's all good fun, eh? Could be a bit of live entertainment. Okay, no pre-recording here. Well, not all. Anyway. Now it looks like we're meant to pull Seattle. And I've gone the wrong way. And I've seen it right away. But never mind, we'll have a little detour. My Saturn woman will do her job and I'll reroute. We will probably come all the way back if it's all the same place. As only me can get lost with the Saturn woman screaming down my ear hole. But hey, it's great just to sit back and chill and watch the game.
Keep left.
And it's a good thing to test my LED strips out. Now, these LED strips, as I said, I'm supposed to be for interior of a car, yeah?
Rerouting.
Now, they are very sound responsive to normal sound unless they're under a speaker. And I think they work on very low frequencies. Now, when I had them come earlier on today, should I say yesterday, I tried them with some volume from the telly, as that's the only source of volume I've got, no PC speakers or anything yet, and I won't get in much response from the LEDs. So I'm actually sitting the right transducer to the front. I could never say that word, transducer. I'll just say speaker, it's easier for me. The right speaker, which I'm sitting on out of 4, it's under that, yeah? So I intend to do some kind of thing with it. It's got like a little sensor on to tell me that I can change the lights to static, so it can go all through the rainbow colours, you know, like red, blue, yellow, green, purple, pink and all that, and just one colour. Or I can change the pattern so it flashes different things. Now this is going to the beat or whatever it's picking up. It's going pretty fast, but it's just adding something different. While I'm sitting there, I have got to have the big lights on, as you've probably seen some of the streams. The big lights are on. Now these are only here for when this screen goes dark, yeah? Now, as you know, I'm being lit by the telly. So when my telly goes dark, room's virtually pitch black. So this little bit of light is just enough to give me enough light to light me up, and a good to noise effect. And I could send them blue like I have the last couple of streams behind me. I can still put them on behind me, dip them lower, you know. But I'm thinking, you know, I'm testing it now tonight by doing this little stream, which should have been little, but again going off track. Just to see how the lights look for myself, and I know like for tomorrow, you know, I've got most of my things here. Again, I ain't too bothered about not having the button box till next week. That I am a big issue. Webcam is getting in position. I just did a 360 then. Now I have got a little sound system, not the best in the world. I have got a nice sound blast. I can't even remember the katana sound blaster. Oh, I thought I was gonna hit him. Now that's again, I've been messing with the brakes, and they need to be stopping a little bit sooner. Now you have to reverse, otherwise he will go on his merry way. Now my brakes used to stop on a 2p piece, so what I'm going to do while I'm here, dear, now this is what gets me. You call, judge. This is what I'm saying with the settings. If any CSC software puts some indication, 0, 25, 50, 7500, some in between, you could get precision. But we call. And it's such a, it frustrates the hell out of me with this game. It really, really does. I don't even remember what it is in me. Brake intensity. So I do want to brake a little bit sooner. But if I wanted to get these settings right for Euro trucks, the only way I can do this is guess these sliders. I mean, I have to take screen grabs Shouldn't have to do that. Shouldn't have to screen grab this and look at it and think, right, that's where I, or make a visual marker. You know, say there, it's coming through that. It's just this ain't the same as the other truck in Euro trucks, and it's just a letdown. CS, it really is. Now I wasn't intending to hit anything, because go get your game right. You know, what can you do? You cannot. I mean, everything else is great. I mean, people like myself and others spend a damn lot of money on setups. Not that you need Fanatec setup to do this. I ain't bought the Fanatec setting to do just Euro. Bought that to do other things. But get the best out of the games. But you know, when you go get your equipment right, because the people that make the game core do it right in the first place, you know. Very frustrating. Now he's gone. Go on then. It ain't a lot to do. Yeah? If I get time, I'm going to make some templates. And whether you watch this CS or anybody let CS know, I will send you them. Because it needs to be done. You've already got the sliders, you just need the pictures over the top. And once I get the information of what sliders do what, I'll make you a guide. I will. Something for me to do. Anyway, let's see if I can stay on track this time. Now let's just keep left. Now over here. I got it right this time. Even though my gears I'm still playing up. Not going into any other reverse or anything. That ain't the problem now. That's just me. As you can see, nothing has got broken. None of the other maps or DLCs, not DLCs, other things from Steam Workshop. Everything I had in the before the 136 update, I've still got, yeah. So that's a bonus, really, because the maps I've downloaded I really enjoy playing. Again, I'm going to enjoy Utah, just like everybody else. I mean, I think some of the streamers out there have killed it a little bit, or you know, doing the beta early. You know, teasers by all means, but you know, so I tend to keep away from watching them. I don't want to see what game the map's about. I want to do that for myself. There's that couple cars travelling. Right now, it gets a little bit hard now because I've been coming down the wrong way. It sent me down the wrong bloody road. Anyway, I'm going to get in the slower side. It'll soon make me move over. Now if I can get it right this time, that says keep left. So I'm going up here instead of where I went before. I went up there, I think. Don't make the same mistake twice. Well, try not to. Anyway, it's a lovely morning for it, or it's a lovely afternoon. I mean, it's another thing, change the time. So I know when it's coming night time, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon in the game. Because Sometimes you could tell her it's afternoon, night time, and now runs 24-hour clock. Again, I even know it existed until I've really gone through some of the settings today. But it's been one of them days yesterday, ordering stuff and that. I've got Euro trucks to do as well. So when I load that up. Now I've got quite a few friends that I'm interested in this game. My friend's son, my friend is a proper lorry driver. He drives Scania in his job, and he's ready to go and get this for his son with a wheel for Christmas. Yeah. He ain't too bad, because if his son gets stuck, and he's got dad to help him out, but when you ain't got nobody to help you out, don't understand the stuff, that's when it gets a little bit complicated. Now I know it's just about getting in a truck and driving, but I'm one of these people that like to know everything, the ins and outs of all things, so then you get to understand the game better or whatever. It's like with the racing games, yeah? Some of them, to set them cars up, I probably could race a lot better if I understood all the way, you know, changing this setting does that, yeah? There ain't enough out there to, you know, and make these high games. Some of them put a little bit of info in, but, you know, a little's better than nothing. It's when they don't make the effort and don't put it in. That's what knocks me. I want your money, but I can't even be bothered to do it right. They always about the gameplay. It's all the things as well that make the game. And when the manufacturers don't listen to you, yeah, and don't listen to what you know say. Don't forget, you might make the game, but it's we'll sit here putting the time into play it, yeah, and sell your game for you. Think of it that way, guys. All I can say. Anyway, we're back on track. It's going to be a massive stream this morning, as it's just coming up for 4 o'clock in the morning. Again, like I said, I'd had my hopes up to get the Utah DLC. I don't think I'm going to be waiting up 14 hours counting, so just got on my soapbox and done one little drive. I'm probably going to crash. I need to find me another better, or some way of changing that. These don't even gear away. Again, I am driving slower than the actual speed, but they want to overtaking me, and they do. So you call when you're either speeding in the game or not driving fast enough. Anyway, let's get over there. Probably get back in the centre lane in a minute anyway. 55 speed road. I mean, I do like this, for where you can open it up. You ain't got many things stopping you, i.e. roundabouts, toll roads. You might get the odd road diversion. I mean, I think that's fantastic. It does frustrate me sometimes trying to find the best route after you've got to change it all, but you know, it's a real scenario what had happened in the real world. I mean, and you know, just sitting here now in the console, everything's set up. You know, I got to think, well, I've got to jump out of a chair, move the chair and try and get my seating position back. That is the benefit for me with a console. Again, you am low to the ground. I do miss that where you can like level yourself up. I mean, I wished I could just be a little bit higher in the chair. But again, you could have everything. and there was nowhere for me to, you know, go and try out a cockpit. Never sat in one. Well, I tell a lie, I probably have at the fun fair as a child, but not, you know, it's been a lot of years since I've sat in anything like this, and now to have one in my own home is, you know, something I never think I'd have. It's a dream. So, you know, as I say though, them dreams become reality. Never give up on your dreams. As I said to my good buddy, I'm going to buy me one of these one of these days. I'll get one of them eventually. I don't expect to get it as soon as I have done. You never know what's around the corner, so, and I'm glad I have. It ain't just a gaming console, it's an investment. I mean, yeah, it is bought for gaming. But I sat here yesterday playing Call of Duty, comfortable as anything, reclined virtually right back, took the wheel off, so the wheel wore in my view. Of course, that's a good thing. I don't know if they all do it. Interchangeable wheels by Fanatec. I mean, other companies barring Fanatec, you can just take your wheel off, and you know, just yeah. I mean, I've even bought a little TV aerial for this as well, being a TV. And I have got another TV on the wall, so if I want to go and lie on my bed and watch telly, that's what I can do. Sometimes I just don't want to get out of the chair, I just recline it back, get my feet comfortable, and that's it, man. Now I can watch the telly and get all the telly I want. And I'll tell you what, this aerial is as thin as a piece of paper, cost me £10 from Amazon, and it's absolutely rocks. For the UK, it gets every Freeview channel, and it does your region and everything. All it is, just plugs it into the back of your telly, your coax lead, and bosher, you've got all the channels, man, for a tenner. Oh, you know, what is it? I don't know, say £100, probably either more or less. You can get somebody to come and put an aerial on. I mean, I think one of the couple of channels went a bit pixelated, but you know what? For a tenner, I can handle that. And all I did was just move the aerial a little bit till it picked it up, and busher, it went right. So you know, I just couldn't believe it. I've got to do a review on that for Amazon and for these LEDs. And I've bought a few LEDs in my time. If you've ever watched any of my earlier streams, you'll see I pimped on my PC desk. Again, why not? It looked like a disco rather than a PC desk. It still does. But these 4 strips, it ain't like having 32 foot of LEDs. Thinking, right, where am I going to stick this to? 4 is enough. Again, I've bought 8 because I do intend doing the back of my telly with the other 4, I think. But again, I've got to take everything out of my room today, sweep my mat, cable management, which I should have done by now, but I couldn't get my keyboard tray in, camera set up. It's going to be a busy old day for me. But again, I know there's people out there that do more stressful things than what I've just said. But believe me, I have more stressful days, and it ain't anything to do with sim racing. Anyway, I've really drove out of the way for this one. Again, that's what happens when you do go off course and take the wrong path. The policeman coming, or am they on the other side of the road? Hopefully on the other side of the road. Or are they want to lose that going around that bend? Because so easily done now with all the physics in the game change thing. Just hadn't pressed down enough. Get that 14th gear then. But I shouldn't have no problems to get the gears, because I hear them, they actually pop underneath me. I can feel 4 little speakers go pop. They don't sound like pop, but I can feel it pop. That's when it lets me know when it's in gear. But I think I've got the engine sound up a little bit too much. The hardcore here, the popping sound for me to know that I'm in gear. So again, full trial and error. And hopefully try and get this delivered before night time. But if I ain't, then you'll see how just good these LEDs that I've bought. And I hope it will be dark, because I want to see it like as dark as it is now, 4 o'clock here in the morning, just how much I'm going to illuminate myself up. And do I need to put the other 4 anywhere else? Around the telly or anything? Again, loads of wire and brakes them better. And stopping me very, well, I wouldn't say on the really fast, but fast enough to do an emergency stop. And of course sometimes in this game, even though it's computer generated vehicles, you do need to do that emergency stop sometimes when these thingy, although like in the real world, keep your distance. And I always seem to vary either into towards the hard shoulder or too far of the white line. So, whoa. Again, nobody's perfect. I ain't speeding. 40 mile an hour and then 60 down. Again, now I've got to go and pull over in this weighbridge. Looks like he's going and all. Bloke up in front. I don't mind, it's part of the game.
Finding a new route.
I do love how these gears are going properly now. Now if I press RT once, that would have took me into 1. But I've actually got to go into 1. So much better. And all that setting is, hold on, I'll come out of the game. I can actually show you that setting. And to do that, it's this one. You have to change this to advanced. So I've got as a range. And here's all the gears set out. That's how I've got it all set out on the Fanatec. So of course, joy button 12 on the gear stick down to here. We don't use 7th gear, even though we've got 7 gears on the Fanatec. And then joy button, which is RT1. Yeah, RT1 and LT, RT and LT to do my buttons. Swivel over again. I got to shift the toggles to switch the modes. So that's I'll switch my modes with these 2 buttons. But for me, I had never messed with that. And again, shifter fast split. I don't want to keep bringing it up, but that's what this does. It'll let you know what I am. I air truck driver CS and a lot of way. So, you know, I had to sit here, get most of my day messing about with stuff. Instead of like coming in or finding a file. Anyway, but that's what I did. So I can do a proper gear shifter. And not make my gears go into reverse. Just love how they pull up at the side here. I mean, I said this to a friend the other day about having a VR headset. I don't even think you need a VR. Because when you're using Track IR, you're virtually almost in virtual reality. Again,
Go straight on.
I do use the clip sometimes, which is the app. I mean, I lost my clip today. Jeez, and I'll tell you what, if anybody's got Track IR and you use the head clip, don't lose that. It's absolutely virtually impossible unless you ship it from America and they charge you more than the actual headset's worth. They wanted £35 shipping or $35, which again is about nearly £30. The out and it costs $9, and we've got one distributor here in the UK for track IR spare parts, and that guy hadn't got none in stock, so I was like, okay. And I said, my bedroom high and low, eventually I did find it. It fell down the side of my bed as I put something on the bed with it. Fell off the cap. The only drawback with the cap one, they'll stay on very well. Now I'm loving this. Screen's all dark, as per usual. Doing the old nighttime delivery. But I'm lit up in the room and not overpowering, so I can still see the contrast. You know, I wish I could show you somehow what I'm seeing, not just the gameplay. I mean, just sat here in the console. I probably might be able to do it tomorrow when I've got the other camera. Now I was going to buy another one and buy two of them. I've got to see just how good the quality is. As you know, when you don't buy brand names, the quality might not be as good. Now I ain't bothered about sound from a webcam. I'm using the mic from here, and I've got a condenser mic, which again can be used as well once it's been situated in a better position and it ain't rattling and picking up feedback. Sometimes I don't want to be using these headphones. I've got another pair of Sennheisers, as this headset tends to be a little bit, how can I put it, it's harder to connect to the headphones with the design of the headphone. If it were designed so thick, this Track IR Pro clip can fit on better on the other one. But I've got it, like I say, well, I've got it fit on because I'm using it now, but I'd rather put it on a different headset, or I can use, I've got a wireless pair of headsets which are also good, plus some buds as well, wireless. And sometimes you don't want to have all this big heavy stuff on, so I don't mind having the cap on, the little wireless buds in, and use the condenser mic for the volume, which again is a better microphone than the one I'm using now. I mean, this headset was only cheap and cheerful. Again, like most things, you read the reviews, oh that's terrible sound, that's that. So I don't know which one to buy, because all the reviews were looking any good. So this come up as a bundle on good old Amazon. Keyboard, mouse. Keyboard's alright, the mouse ain't the best in the world, but it'll do. It does what I need. I don't particularly worry about mouses because I've got quite a few of them. I've got a nice one. It's the way your hand is, the top, they come out designed, rather than going over the top, them sort of on the side. I've got one of them on as a USB one. I've got one powered wired, and I've got one a USB, and that's absolutely stonking mouse. Once I find it, I might actually start using that. And again, I've got matching now, matching headphones, matching mouse, matching keyboard, all lit up, yeah. That other one I thingy about coloured, but I won't know how good this mouse is until today, till I get my little table which is going to go across my legs and swing out. Just how good the mouse is responsive. I want to start playing Armour 3. Again, it's another good game, but I do need to play that with the keyboard rather than the mouse. Keyboard and mouse, sorry, rather than the actual pad. It is a gaming keyboard I bought. It is. I have got a proper gaming one over on my other PC, but I've never used keys. I am a key person, but Armour 3 or Armour 3, you do need a mouse for that, because when it comes to shooting, By the time I've got my aim right, I'm dead. There's no two ways about it, because the keyboard split like outwards. It's hard for me to sit here in comfort. So when it's virtually on my lap, I can play the game a lot better. But if I can't, then Arma 3 will go to the big PC with Call of Duty and Ghost Recon. All like the shooter games like Wildlands, Breakpoint, Grand Theft Auto, what's the other one?
Keep right,
I can't think
and
of
then
it.
exit right.
It'll come to me in a minute. Far Cry 5, all my other shooting army games, they'll all go to the other PC, and I don't mind playing them on that one. And just leave this solely for racing, which was, and Euro Trucks, which it was intended to do.
Right.
I can stream on the other one just as good. Oops, that's my fault for being in such a low gear. High gear, should I say. Well, at least the stream may be in 5 minutes, which I thought it might have been. I've had nothing come up about me being late yet. There might be still time. Just love this game for night time. Yeah, you know how everything's lit up and your buildings. I mean, if anybody is watching this thing, I'm having a dig at CSC software, far from it. I just want these to know, like, that their game is that good. It's just these little niggly things that let it down, and it don't need to be like that. It really don't. I mean, I remember when I first got this game, I was like, wow, I can drive any kind of truck. You know, but that was with Euro Truck Simulator 2, like. And then, of course, when I got into American, I was like, whoa, I can go to places like, I know they are real, in 1-to-1, but the closest I'm going to get to America, yeah. So, you know, and that feeling of the first day has got better and better. You know, like, you know, better wheel. Better feeling, I'm feeling all the force feedback. I know they are the game, but of course, if it hadn't been for games like this, probably wouldn't have invested the money to get in the rig, go in the cushion, go in the tracking. You know, I mean, there's still VR headsets. I've said it before in other streams, I'd love to get a VR headset, but I mean, I was looking at them today. I really was, and I was in two minds whether to get the Quest S, the Rift S, but one, I don't think my graphics card will take it, and the normal, was it Quest, them Boo 399 as they am, and I thought, do I really need it when you can sit here? Okay, I'm seeing the other bit of my room, but when I can do that and see out the window, and I can do that and look at here, do I need a VR headset? I don't think so, do you? I don't see why I'm going to spend another 400 quid. That 400 quid can go towards a new PC, or some part of a new PC, rather than spend it on something that I'm only going to use occasionally. And then I wouldn't be using this, and this would be like the track IR, the Tobii Eye tracking on the doll. So I don't see the point. So I'm going to just stick until something really mega blows me away with VR. I'm sticking with this track IR, because everything I've got so far, again, it was funny. Was it Tom Clancy's Call of Duty? Call of Duty? No, it was, yeah, Breakpoint. It uses the Tobii eye tracking and don't use track IR. I was like, okay. So I actually will benefit from it when I go back on the other PC with it. That way. I mean, I'll probably leave it on both because I've got another hard drive I can stick these few games on and still have the space. Like, I'm sure I can remove some old files which I don't use now. And it's only about 5 or 6 games that I'm actually going to be putting on anyway. So balance out my Steam account. One's with the racing, this side playable, like, you know, what would you call it, shoot me ups, third person or whatever, that kind of stuff games. I'll be on the other PC because I think them kind of games do need the better spec. I mean, racing, you go away looking for detail. Well, you am on certain ones. The only time I look for the detail in the racing ones is when it's the playback. Again, like I said, I don't intend being that long before I get a new PC. I really don't. It's in the making. And I get another good one like I got over there, but of course with the spec of today's stuff, rather than having, you know, something that's going to last a good 5 or 6 years. I mean, this one would be alright if I were pushing 4K. Yeah. Then I can put this quality down, stream it at 1080p. That'll look good, even through OBS. The funny thing about it, it does look half decent on Twitch. It don't look too good on YouTube. So I don't know what they do. But at the moment I'm sat here doing it at 4K at 50 frames a second. Again, the best frame rate. Again, a lot of people can go 100, 80, 90, 100. Again, that's how you do in 4K. So I ain't got a clue where I am in the world. Well, I know I'm in America somewhere, but what part of America I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. I just know it looks good. It's late, I could do with a coffee. By the time I probably finish this, it will probably be more breakfast time. Well, no, it takes. It's 4:27. 1 AM in the game. My God, man, must be mad staying up nights playing this, eh? But this is the addiction. Even Garfield agrees with me, nodding his head. And as the mug says, I'm a mother trucker. I've been one of them for a long time, but change the M for another word. It's all good fun. What I really like driving of a night. One, you can put your foot down if you need to, and there's less hassle. The car's in your way. It will be nice tomorrow to have a camera facing me rather than thingy. I've got to find some way of moving the chat as well, so I can see it in front of me. It's a little bit hard at times. It actually hard to see. It's because one, the screen ain't that big. It's only an old phone I don't use. Two, it's getting it out of position, getting it stuck onto me rig. So basically it'd have to be somehow velcroed to the top of the Fanatec wheelbase. And it's finding stuff that allowed the phone, so it's like searching through Amazon and eBay. Now I've seen a good little design. Again, I don't know if it was on Amazon or eBay. where this guy had, I think it was eBay, where he'd made different size phones and they stuck to Fanatec wheelbases. But he did do the V2.51. He did the CSL, which is different shape at the top. I think it's that what they call them 3D printing, which again, good thing. Oh god, this is a bit of tight bends. No tear horsing around these at 80-90 mile an hour. Not that I would anyway. Might do on the straight, but not round corners. I'm just happy that my LEDs are doing what they said on the tin, and that's vibrating and lighting up. Again, of course, the colours aren't flashing too fast for me, but it's giving me enough light around me, hopefully beaming back up. I ain't too sure. So, getting a bit of a tail back. But I'm nearly here, not far to go now. And they say there are a lot of traffic on the road of a morning or of a night time in this game, but I think someone's broken it today because I've not seen so much. Although it's mainly trucks anyway. No, I've never heard of Creston City. And that's where we are. Eureka! I think that's where we're heading for. I'm going to get up into this lane. I don't want to be going out my way anymore. And I love how these trucks go up and down with the bends of the road. Yeah, all that physics with the pitch to it. If I go forward and backwards, I don't know what they actually call that. I know you got the yawn, the pitch, the roll, that's on track IR, and then you've got side to side, up and down, and backwards and forwards. And I think it's that backwards and forwards motion, if you got it set enough, that makes you, when you goes up and hill, it makes you tilt, and vice versa when you go down a dip. Great, it's oh. I know I got motion platform, but it makes you feel like you're actually moving even though you ain't moving, if that makes some sense. I call it puts me in that zone. You know, you think, whoa, I'm in a lorry, even though I ain't. Yeah. And I thought I'd got round these bad bits of mountains, but obviously not. Again, just take up that gear, catch that gear like before. There's some kind of tractor I'm delivering. Probably should have been delivered by now, but hey. You do hope going off course. Get back on the right side of the road as well. I'll probably deliver this before the morning. Again, if you're a regular to my channel, you know I don't bring up how far I'm away from the job. I just start it, drive and get there when I get there, unless I've got somewhere to go in the real world and I need to know how long I've got left so I know I can finish the stream. The only time I bring that bar up as a rule. So now this could be a coastline, because it looks like that's the sea to me. I could be wrong. Yep, it's definitely the sea. There's the beach. I bet this looks half decent in the daytime. And of course, probably might not drive down here for, I don't know, eternity or for a long while, unless I pick this kind of route again. This is the good thing about it. You look at things and think, I've never been down here, but you know yourself, when it goes from grey to yellow, you've been down that road. So I think I've already been down this road before. Well, I have done. Because I revealing grey road, so I've been down here before, but I can't remember. Although they will put in as many maps in, and of course, like you say, getting Utah, well, today, again, no idea how much it was or it's going to be. There's no price up for it yet, but depending on how big it is, the rest have been about 8 £14 UK money, so expect to be anywhere around that mark. Again, the other one's coming out for Euro trucks as well, plus the 136. I can't wait till the 136 update comes out, to be fair, because then I'm going to go and put Pro Mods on. I've already got my EAA map, hopefully that works like the maps of today, because I'd hate to be thinking I'm going to be losing the EAA map. Again, nice big area map. Pro Mods, like I say, it's worth downloading Pro Mods again until they've done the 136 update, and then I can go online with Pro Mods. Might actually make another account and do actually Black Country Blitz haulage and start streaming them. As I'm going to start getting into a schedule, just getting myself sorted first, and then I can get into a schedule. Probably will be streaming through the night, as I'm doing at the moment. Should be sleeping and streaming through the day, or certain times when it's best for everybody to do. But like I said, when I'm doing the 2 PCs, shoot me ups and the driving on there, I should be able to do a lot more on the other PC. Due to the fact it's better quality. I must have really drove out my way on this to I can't bypass that. It looks like I'm nowhere near this checkpoint. nowhere near. I've probably made me go all the way around this map to get to where I'm supposed to be going. And I can't remember now where the final ending destination is. I don't know what city we're driving to, or town. It says Mad River. My bloke who's driving across it. But it helps. Now could this be the end? When you see them curly whirly. No, it's getting straight on. Ooh. We're heading for a Eureka. Everybody just pulled in front of this guy here. Love how he builds that power up. Then in my case I just pop another gear and like everything's letting me know, the wheel, the pedals, the cushion. Right. I was looking at some deer
and then
motion
right.
rigs today. Or should I say yesterday? Jeez. £35,000. 35 grand.
Turn right.
Right. That is the complete setup. I don't know if it was a Fanatec wheel he was going to get like that. That's some serious bit of kit. Again, unless I win the lottery, that's definitely out my price range. For sure. Is that tractor going? I love them tractors there. Nothing there and yet he stops. I wonder if they disappeared off the screen because they normally do. Oh dear. It's me going yawning. This is definitely only on one streamer tonight. I could be doing 2 more missions or more driving. I'm sorry folks. Otherwise you're going to be seeing me fall asleep at the wheel and crashing more than I do normally. And happy to see that that round circle is just there. If I can get the gears in. Nothing to see there. I don't know how this is going to be here. Oh, it's here, it's just on the right. And here we are. Finally reached our destination.
You have arrived at your destination.
Good.
Your route guidance is now finished.
Excuse me. Oh. No. I'll sit here trying to struggle to park that. I ain't gonna do it. I should either get excellent, I think. Anyway, folks, I know it's been a short little stream. I had a little bit of a moan, nothing new. But again, I did intend to do Utah. Couldn't do it because I couldn't buy it. Even though it is the 7th, the 11th here today, or now, 4 AM in the morning. But they must be putting it on sale CSC's time. So again, here in the UK must be that far in front. And of course, I had a little moan about CS. Eventually, one day they will put this right. Until then, as we say in the Black Country, shut up a bit.